waste no time. Battle.
Hold on. It may be urgent for you, but I'm gonna take my time reacting to this. We're gonna let the game go in the background, and then actually here, let's pause the game real quick. Not pause it, but turn the sound off. Where's the settings? There it is. Settings, audio, master, confirm, off. There we go. No sound. Now that's going to go in the back.
Go check your butter right now if you've purchased it from Costco recently. There is a chance that your life is at risk. In fact, if you're watching this, then I'm already dead. Nearly 80,000 pounds of defective...
I have two questions with that. One, how does butter become defective? I can understand how a piece of hardware becomes defective, but I have questions that are not worth answering at this point.
Dangerous butter has been recalled from Costco in an effort to save as many lives as possible in the wake of this catastrophe. Costco was selling butter without the label containing information, vital information to the consumer, that butter contains milk. And because of...
Is this real? Hold on, I gotta search this up. Costco. I didn't even spell it right. Costco butter recall. Costco forced to recall 80,000 pounds of butter for the dumbest possible reason. This is fresh. This is 3 days ago. This is spicily fresh. Costco was forced to recall nearly 80,000 pounds of butter because the label failed to mention the kitchen staple contains milk. This is my YouTube channel. I wish this was my YouTube channel. I wish. 16 million subscribers? Holy hell. I wish. No. This is my YouTube channel. This little shitstorm right here. But I do react a lot to moist critical stuff. Anyways, we're getting off topic. Stop asking questions, chat. Yelling at my chat for I'm sorry. I shouldn't yell at you. But it was... Could you sue them? Even though it's basic knowledge that butter is made of milk. Because butter is basically just milk. Scratching their heads for the most common comment, it's butter. It's butter. I cannot fathom that. Let's see what else he has to say.
Of this, so many American lives have been put in jeopardy. Because how are they supposed to know that butter contains milk if it's not put on the label? So they've recalled 79,200 pounds. The FDA is doing their best to save us from this.
I think since he's made this video, it's gone to, or they've just rounded up to 80,000. I'm not sure where he's getting the, maybe 79,200 pounds. They might have just rounded up. I don't know why. You would most likely round down there. But, I think maybe when he made this video, it was, that's a hell of a time stop.
Unlabeled butter menace. But it may already be too late for some of the stupidest fucking people on the planet. I highly doubt there's been a single fatality here from the unlabeled butter villain. I would be shocked, but if there is a single person who has dropped dead from it, they probably weren't going to make it much longer anyway if they were too...
Right. That's just natural selection at that point.
Stupid to fucking realize that butter contains milk. Their goose was already cooked. I'm not going to pull any punches. No reason to sugarcoat it. They weren't going to last long in the first place.
That is legit. just natural selection at that point.
Only people that have an excuse for not knowing that butter contains milk are toddlers, like actual 6-year-olds, but they're not going to the grocery store to buy themselves some butter. Like, every adult should know this by now, but I feel like we're reaching a point where there's people that unironically believe that chocolate milk comes from brown cows. So I guess
Are those the same people that think strawberry milk comes from strawberries? Like, serious question. Are those the same people, or is that two separate things? I've heard of this, but I feel like it's been a myth.
I shouldn't be as surprised as I am, but when I saw this headline, I was stunned. Absolutely stunned. I thought it was fake. I thought it had to be. But no, it's real. The FDA has recalled 79,200 pounds of Costco butter due to the undeclared allergen. The allergen being milk. Now, to bring us back down to earth real quick, I actually do think there is a positive to take from this, aside from like the obvious silliness.
You know what's a positive about watching his channel? I feel like a kid on either Monday afternoon after school watching cartoons or, whatever would entertain me as a kid. And I'm just watching this man make a silly out of companies.
Of people not knowing that butter contains milk, I do think there is something good here where we have strict labeling protocol and rules around labeling because it is super important. It's a life and death in some cases. If you don't have like strict protocol in place for labeling, you'll end up with like fucking Pink Sauce 2.0, where you have the dumbest label of all time that looks like it's AI generated from Cleverbot, right? Like the ingredients need.
How many people actually remember pink sauce? I never tried it, but that stuff looked vile. It looked like it was straight out of a Pepto-Bismol bottle.
To be accurate, people need to know what's in the products they're buying because there could be something in there that could cause them harm. So labels really do matter in a huge way. You need to have these labels be accurate, and in this case, it wasn't. It didn't say contains milk. I don't think it needed to, but it didn't, so they recalled it in order to get the label perfected. So that way everything is accurate. So that is good, but it's still extremely sad that butter even needs that in the first place. Like, you should.
I would have believed it if it said it contained like a certain type of salt or preservative in it, but not for milk. Like, everybody knows milk, yogurt, butter, cream cheese, cottage cheese, all that is just different forms of milk.
No, butter has milk. It's embarrassing that this was viewed as an emergency that needed a big recall, so that way
I'm sure what it was is Costco saw like, okay, we made a mistake, let's get on top of it before anything arises of it, any kind of lawsuits, any kinds of problems, even if we make an ass of ourselves, I guess. I don't quite understand.
the butter could have the contains milk label on it. Like, that is something that I don't even think needs to be present in the first place. People should know butter has milk. It's just unnecessary. But since it's been standard protocol on the labeling for so long that butter has the contains milk label, I suppose it can be viewed as a positive thing that they're taking it seriously enough to recall it to put it back on.
Is recalling nearly 80,000 pounds of butter because of an undeclared allergen. The butter was sold in stores across Texas and includes the Kirkland Signature salted and unsalted sweet cream butters. Apparently, the company did not list milk as an ingredient, which could lead some people to think it's dairy-free.
Is that a thing? Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Dairy-free butter. I'm sure we turned like almond milk into butter. Okay, sunflower butter, plant butter. That's vegetable oil butter? I thought that was just regular cow's milk butter. Plant butter. Okay, I never would have thought about turning like plant-based products into butter. So, okay, maybe it might have been a good idea that it had butter, because maybe they would have thought, hey, yeah, it's dairy free, so should be good.
You do not have an allergy to dairy, it is okay to use, but if you are allergic, you need to toss it out and contact Costco for a refund.
And then once you finish that, promptly contact your local education center for a refund on all the wasted years you spent in class, because it clearly did you no good, you bumbling imbecile, and then go check yourself into Arkham Asylum, because you are
I have to, with the schooling system now, kind of a side tangent, I think I would have been better going to a different public school than the public school I went to, because the public school I went to was horrendous. They teached us some of the most horrendous, backwards, useless crap I've ever seen. Like, for whatever reasons, we spent almost an entire year learning the different transitional phases of the moon, of waning off, waxing off, some shit. And then we learn how a fetus is made. And then we learn how to divide. You know, that's basically about all I remember. You know what I learned how to do really well in class? How to sleep on their desks. That's what I learned how to sleep. That's what I learned at that school, is how to sleep on their desks. Anyways, a little side tangent.
fucking insane for not being able to recognize that butter has milk. The only time you will ever find dairy-free butter is when it is labeled dairy-free butter, as some kind of like vegan alternative. That is plastered all on the branding. There's never going to be a time where you see just normal butter somehow not have...
Here, let's take that into consideration. Butter, just regular old butter. Buttermilk. How about that? Just buttermilk. No, that's not what I want. No, that's something else. Damn it. Butter made from milk. No, milk. Hold on. No, I don't want that. I want a label. Okay. Salted butter from family cows, grass, cows, keep in mind, cows. That's important. Yep. Now, vegan butter. Alright. Images. Alright, here we go. Avocado oil, plant butter. What is that? Cultivated vegan butter, oat milk, earth balance. I can't really read that middle one. Country crock, avocado oil butter, organic dairy free. That, yeah, he's not lying. That shit is literally plastered everywhere. And then this is family, there's cow in there, grass fed, certified organic Jersey milk. That's a big thing. There's even a cow on there. Let's see. There's an avocado. Some, I don't know what that is. Avocados maybe. Yeah, they really plaster what it's made of. Look, he's judging me because of the fact I had to actually look that up.
Have milk in it. It's impossible. I can't even imagine a hopeless world where some consumer is so mindless and just such a fucking drone that they go to the supermarket and pick up butter, an item they've been familiar with their whole life, look it up and down and notice that it doesn't say it contains milk. So all of a sudden they believe it doesn't have milk, and then they go home and die because it turns out they're allergic. Like, that's...
No, I'm not gonna say anything.
What kind of place is this? The recalled products, which were both produced and distributed in Texas, include 1,300 cases of unsalted sweet cream butter and 900 cases of Kirkland Signature salted sweet cream butter. So none of the butter was safe, because all...
Let's see, USA Grade A first quality, produced without artificial growth hormones. I feel like that should tell you right there. Well, maybe not. Because I think people use growth hormones in what do you call it? In plants as well, huh?
All of it was missing the crucial contains milk label on the butter. The products all come with Best Buy dates between February 22nd, 2025 and March 29th, 2025. Sleep in fear. If you've had Costco butter sitting in your fridge recently, you might be harboring a fugitive. You need to check right now, or else you'll be tossing and turning all night wondering, do I have one of the violative products in my fridge right now? And the trading
Well, thankfully I don't live in Texas, so we're fine. I think the rest of this is just him clowning on it.
card community, misprints are worth tons of money. But in the real world, when it comes to real products, misprints cost people lives. You are not safe. If you have any Costco butter, please proceed with the utmost caution. I would recommend perhaps dressing in a hazmat suit.
Am I the only one that watches this and, like, doesn't listen to just the audio? Like, sometimes, you know, you'll put it on, have your earphone in, and start going about your day. When you actually watch this, where do people look? Because right now I'm looking right into this man's eyes, and I'm feeling things I never knew I could from a man. And I don't know how to feel about that.
Suit before handling your Costco butter as you investigate the Best Buy date and try and locate whether or not it says contains milk. Vital allergen information for your butter. I love how they're
Oh,
displaying.
whoa, wait, hold on. We can see what he's got going on his monitor right here. Fuck, I can't, I'm not on my phone.
Playing the Costco butter here in the articles, by the way. It looks like the wanted posters from One Piece. Like, they got the butter up there like there's a bounty for it, like a reward. And I guess there kind of is. You could easily just get some free money from Costco if you have some of this faulty butter. You could just say, like, oh, I didn't know that butter contained milk, and they'll give you a refund, I guess. So, I mean, that's kind of a little free money glitch there if you want to use that. But I will say, if there's anyone that genuinely bought this butter thinking that somehow it didn't have milk, you need to be put on a list for dangerously stupid people. I know I've said that a few times, and I'm only half kidding, honestly. I do feel like there actually is a level where someone is so dumb that it is detrimental to the people around them and could actually just be dangerous. And I think this would be like a perfect way of identifying those kind of threats. Absolute fucking
I feel like we could use this sort of thing to identify that kind of person. To find out, like, what kind of person actually thinks butter doesn't contain milk or something.
morons that are outraged, like, how could you have let this product slip through the cracks without the contains milk allergen information? You almost murdered my whole family with this. Like, if there's anyone out there like that, that is someone that needs to be monitored because they are so fucking stupid that it is going to be a problem soon, if not already. Now, they're taking this pretty seriously from what I can tell, and normally that'd be something to be happy about, that they're being, you know, like as diligent on it as they can. Like recently with the Listeria outbreak from Boar's Head and all that. Like, that's something extremely serious. That's an emergency that needed to be taken seriously. This is a fucking joke. This is embarrassing, is what it is. That it's like an all hands on deck red alert situation because butter went out there without the contains milk label slapped on it. Because they must think every American is so fucking stupid that if it's not posted on the label, they might be liable for a lawsuit because someone might be dumb enough to think that somehow this butter was in the clear and they'd be allergic to milk and die from it. Like that. Do you know how sad that is? Do you know how fucking sad that is? So the FDA has not put out information on what to do if you have purchased these recalled items, nor has it shared if there have been any illness or adverse reactions from consuming the product. The usual course of action is to either discard them or return them to your place of purchase just in case. So yeah, anyway, that's the big Costco butter breakdown. That's about it. See ya.
That was pretty silly, to say the least. Almost how much was it? 80,000 pounds of butter? Just because they didn't have the label. Now, what I'm wondering is, what happens to that butter afterwards? Do they just, like, when they recall it, do they just take it back, refrigerate it, reprocess it, and then put the proper label on it? Or do they just toss it? Because that's going to be a huge waste if they just toss it. Well, I think that's where I'm going to leave it there for both